Welcome to this week's tarot tutorial, where I break down the hidden messages and meaning of the tarot one card at a time in a simple bite-sized way. These videos are designed for you to participate and actively learn tarot, creating a reference keepsake book by the end of the series. I'm Heather, and whether this is your first time visiting my channel or you are a longtime subscriber, thank you for joining the pack. In today's video, we will be exploring the symbolism and the interpretation of the Five of Pentacles. If you find value in today's video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and tells me what kind of content you want to see more of. Now let's jump right into our learning all about the Five of Pentacles. Okay, grab your card and glue it down to your page. If you are following along and creating a book, please put it in the comment below or give me a heart or a thumbs up or something just to indicate that you are following along. I'd love to see how many people are actually making their own keepsake book. And I'm just going to angle this, and I'm just looking up into my camera to make sure that I can see the card. And so, if I can see it, then you can see it. Okay, so just quickly, the Pentacles, suit of Pentacles represents the physical material world. It corresponds with the element of earth, which rules over our finances, our prosperity, our work, our physical body, our health, physical well-being, practicality, stability, responsibility, and groundedness. And it is also about nature, the seasons, the cycles, and slow growth that leads to something long-term goals. Pentacles, they represent the manifestation of ideas into form, into actual something physical, tangible that we can touch, feel, taste. And it emphasizes patience, resilience, steadiness, and the wisdom of building something that is solid and enduring through time. Now, the theme of the Five of Pentacles card is hardship, loss, and exclusion. So the Five of Pentacles is considered one of the negative cards, or the darker cards, or the more difficult energy cards. And when we do see this one reversed, it's kind of a little bit of a blessing. Okay, so again, the theme of it is really hardship, loss, exclusion. And when you look at the card here, like what you see here is, you see one, it's snowing, so it's cold outside. There's this blizzard going on. These people are walking in the snow. There's this lady, she's hunched over. She's wearing torn clothing, this little shawl. There's like no comfy down winter jacket here. She's barefoot walking through the snow, so she's shivering, she's cold. And behind her is this person, looks younger, and this person is on crutches. They have a broken leg or an injured leg here, and they're not properly dressed either. You can see the exposed leg here. In the background, there's this, it's dark, but this is a building. It's a dark building, but there is this light, and we are assuming it's a church because the light, it looks like it's stained glass window with these five pentacles in it, but there is a light on in there. There are people in there. It's warm inside this building, so I just want you to keep that in mind as well. But these people are outside of that, and you can assume that everyone else is inside the building. Now, so these are the key elements that you're seeing in the card. So we're first going to address the two figures that are out in the snow. So this represents physical and financial suffering. Okay, they can't afford warm clothes. There's this injury that's going on with the broken leg. Like, this person maybe should be sitting in the hospital, not out in the snow, but maybe they can't afford it, right? And then being out in the environment, in the cold environment, and not properly clothed, that's that physical suffering that you have that's going on. So I'm going to do these down here, and I'll do the interpretation up here. So we have two figures in snow. So again, this represents physical and financial suffering. Okay, and then we have the church window. So again, There's a light on in this church window. There must be people in there. It must be warm inside. The heat is on. It's not a vacant building or a building that's falling apart. So this indicates when you see that there's help. So the church windows, there's help nearby, but these people have their heads down. They're not noticing it. They're walking right by it. So it's help that's nearby, but it's going unrecognized. So church window. So help nearby, but unrecognized. Okay. And then we also have the bare feet and the person on crutches. And this really represents vulnerability, right? They are exposed to the elements, like she's exposed to the elements with the bare feet. He is vulnerable in like he's injured, he's wounded, right? So it's that kind of an energy. So clutches or crutches, and bare feet. So I'm going to put exposure and vulnerability. Something I'm going to also add to the figures up here in the snow, sorry about this, is that again, they're outside of the building, this church window, and away from everyone else. So this is that exclusion, isolation, and like this, and hardship. Yeah, that's what I'm going to add there. Okay, so the element I mentioned earlier is this is an earth card, it's Pentacles. So we have earth, but it's earth under strain. And this is material deprivation. Now our numerology, this is the number 5. Okay, and 5 is about conflict, struggle, instability, but instability that leads to growth. Sometimes we need conflict and challenge and obstacles in our lives because that gives us the most growth, right? We need to rise to that challenge. So conflict, struggle, instability, leading to growth. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get into our interpretation. So I'm going to start up here. I'm just going to move this down. So interpretation. Sounded it out and I still made a spelling error. So interpretation, I'm just going to put general. Okay, so interpretation. So the Five of Pentacles, it represents hardship, as I mentioned earlier. It's insecurity. It's feeling shut out from support emotionally, financially, or even spiritually. And it often appears during times of worry, times of struggle, or perceived lack, when you may feel like you are isolated or burdened by your current circumstances. And this card really highlights the emotional toll of scarcity and uncertainty. But it also carries the reminder that help is available even if it's hard to see. There's always help. Sometimes you just have to ask or you have to look around to notice it because it might not be through a grand gesture. It could be something small, but it's still help. You are not alone or as alone as you feel. The Five of Pentacles also encourages you to acknowledge your struggles while remaining open to assistance, hope, and the possibility of recovery. So we're going to start with, okay, hardship, insecurity, feeling shut out slash isolated. And then I'm going to put in brackets emotionally, financially, spiritually. Uh, this is also help is available if you look slash ask. Okay. So, and then again, it's a reminder to acknowledge your struggles, but remain open to assistance, hope, recovery. Okay. And then we have career and money. Okay, and when we look at a career reading, the Five of Pentacles signals that there's financial strain or job instability or a fear of not having enough. You may be dealing with unemployment or the potential for unemployment, reduced income. There could be cuts going on at work or unexpected expenses that come up, like maybe something has happened with your house or your car and these unexpected bills have popped up. Professionally, this card can indicate that you might be feeling undervalued or unsupported or shut out from opportunities. Like everybody's getting promotions around you, but you're not. You're always being overlooked. While it acknowledges genuine difficulty, it also reminds you that solutions and resources do exist, whether they are in the form of networking or guidance or community support. And that this is actually the time for you to ask for help and reassess your options and take small practical steps towards rebuilding that stability. So I'm going to start with the financial strain, job, insecurity slash loss, um, fear of not having enough, unexpected expenses. Okay, and then on the flip side, it's also ask for help, reassess options, and take small practical steps to improve situation. Okay, and then we have relationships. And when we look at a relationship reading, this often reflects emotional distance between you and your partner. You could be feeling abandoned, doesn't mean you are, but you're like you're abandoned or that you're going through a challenging period together. You or your partner may feel unsupported, misunderstood, feeling left out or left out in the cold. Like literally in this card, they are out in the cold, left out in the cold. The communication could be strained in the relationship, or there could be external stressors that are also going on, such as finances, work pressure, personal struggles, and that could be affecting the connection between the two of you. If you are single, this card can point to loneliness or the belief that love is out of reach. You could even be feeling like you are unlovable. The message here is that connection is still possible. Vulnerability, honest, and willingness to lean on one another can begin to repair that sense of isolation. So, strained relationship, feeling isolated, lack of communication slash connectedness. Single, feeling unloved, unlovable. And then, like, again, our solution is let's see, being open, honest, and willing to lean on others can repair or begin to repair the sense of isolation. It doesn't fit. Okay, now our health. So when we have the Five of Pentacles in a health reading, this can indicate fatigue, low vitality, health concerns that feel overwhelming or isolating. You may be neglecting your needs due to stress, financial issues, or financial worries. Or you could just feel like you have lack of support from others when it comes to your health. This card is urging you to seek help, whether it's medical help, emotional help, or practical help. Improvement is possible, but it requires that you reach out and take steps towards care. The Five of Pentacles is a reminder that even in your lowest moments, resources and recovery paths still exist and are still available to you, but you must ask for support. And asking for support is an act of inner strength. So, health could be fatigue, low vitality, um, health issues, overwhelming, or isolating. Okay. Feels like no support. Need to ask for help. Okay. And then we get to the reversed. So when we see the Five of Pentacles reversed, this brings relief, recovery, and renewed hope after a challenging period. So I told you when we see the Five of Pentacles reversed, we prefer to see it reversed. This is one of the few cards that we do like it reversed. Okay, so it suggests that there is improvement in finances, your health, our emotional well-being, and it's often following a moment of reaching out or accepting help from other people. The worst is passing, and you are beginning to regain your confidence, your stability, your connection or feeling of connection with others. And this reverse card also marks a turning point. It's where you start to see opportunities, support, and positive change re-enter into your life. It encourages continued healing and reminds you that resilience has carried you to a place where growth is now possible. So, reverse brings relief, recovery, and renewed hope after challenging period. improvement or improvements in finances, health, emotional well-being, following a moment of reaching out for help. Worst has passed. Turning point. Seeing opportunities. Support and positive change re-enter your life. Growth now possible. Okay, and there we have it. That is our Five of Pentacles. Thank you for joining me today on your path of learning. Join me next week when we dive into the Six of Pentacles. If you found today's video informative, fun, or both, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out my free monthly and weekly tarot readings. Thank you.